Yeah, bro, he's a cancer. He's a cancer for whoever is on the court with him. It doesn't matter. Like I say, he's going to continue to turn over the ball like a hot cake and or a hot potato, either or. What's the point? I mean, what are they fighting for? For a playing game and to hope that Anthony Davis can fucking come back from the dead? Like this is the mummy returns, huh? This is the mummy returns now.
Yeah.
I just don't think he has it anymore.
Should any team want Carmelo Anthony?
Blasphemous.
Yes, sir, Carmelo.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Control the Narrative, a podcast where we control the narrative that the media creates. If you're new around here, subscribe to catch our weekly podcast on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify. And if you're a returner, a subscriber, or better yet, a Control the Narrative member, like this fine gentleman is joining us tonight, we appreciate you a little bit more. Go become a member. You get more opportunities to join the podcast. You get free merch. You get merch discounts. A lot of things. So go controlthenarrative.com, become a member today. We have our second repeat guest in 3 weeks. I don't know when it's gonna be time to make him the co-host, but it sure seems like it lately. So I'm gonna bring on tonight my guy Sean. Sean, how you feeling tonight, bro?
What's good, bro? What's good, everybody?
Not much, man. Not much. Good
Hey,
to have you back,
man. Good. It's good to be back, man. I caught off night for this, so it's like no. It's like everything just happened at the right time. Literally.
The universe, man. The universe is working for everybody except the Lakers, it seems lately. Watching this fucking team. But bro, let's hop right into this shit. Watching the Lakers play basketball lately has been rough, to say the least. So it just doesn't seem like they put in a lot of effort. They're not focused. They seem selfish in terms of numbers and things like that, which we'll get into later. But my first question for you tonight is, has this Lakers team quit?
They've been quit. They've been quit since around November time. They probably quit around there in my estimation. They've been fucking terrible, fucking horrible. I'm not evenly emotionally invested like how some of you guys are with the Lakers at this point, because I'm always telling people this is what the Lakers have shown us time and time again since earlier this season. They're not going to change. They haven't changed. Haven't made any changes. Besides bringing DJ Augustine and Wayne Gabriel. Yeah. So I mean, nothing's changed. This is a terrible basketball team, and they've been quit. They've been gave up. And I think what's his name? What's that Hall of Famer name that be in the press game? Damn, what's his name? Fuck.
On the Lakers?
Press game for the Lakers. He beat the press games. James Worthy. James Worthy said the other day, he was alluding to how he just thinks the Lakers just pretty much gave up on the season. I think they asked Melo a question about that too, referring to how this Lakers team is when they have to go through things, and when they go through tough games, do they let it carry on to the next game? I'm guessing Melo kind of agree with what the Hall of Famer James Worthy had to say about that. So they've been quit, man. They've been gave up. Russ' confidence is shot out. So they quit, man. I mean,
yeah,
I don't blame them. I'm sure you got Russell Westbrook on your team. I'll quit too.
Yo, I think
you can tell, bro.
Yeah, 100%. That's why you watch the games, bro, and they don't dive for balls outside of very select amount of people on the team, like maybe Stanley Johnson, Wenyen Gabriel, Avery Bradley, and maybe that's it. The dudes who actually put in all that effort. But for me, I think they quit when AD went down. I think that when AD was back and LeBron was back and they had a healthy team besides Kendrick Nunn and shit like that, I thought that they thought, yo, this is a time, let's go on a run. Obviously, AD went down. We'll see if he comes back for the playoffs and just what that situation is. But for me, when he went down, the Lakers season was a wrap. I think they knew deep down. And I remember them the few games after that, they really tried. Like, they were like, yo, let's rally around this shit so that when he comes back, like, we'll be good. But it just seems like it didn't work. Whatever they tried rallying around and all that shit, it did not work. So now I think they're kind of living in that reality of this is what it is. They're kind of just in this place where they're just waiting for him to get back. And they know that when they go out there against Phoenix, they're going to get smacked around. I think it was 48 points. They lit up 48 points. And we'll get into like the whole first quarter shit in a little too, so I don't want to touch too much on that. But when he went down, you just saw all the fight leave the team. You just saw all the spirit. You just saw all the hope really in the team just go out the window because they know they seriously can't compete for a championship without him healthy. And obviously this year he has not been healthy like a lot of years in his career so far. But for me, man, that's when they quit. And then you see it, like you said, it's so obvious when you watch them and guys are standing around like, guys get pissed off and again, I'm kind of bouncing everywhere, but we'll get into that too with LeBron. It just seems like nobody cares enough and everybody's out there for selfish intentions. And it's frustrating, bro, because I was pretty emotionally attached to this team at one point when I was like, oh shit, obviously, we all want Melo to win a ring. But at this point, I've officially hit that point and I tweeted it out and shit like that, but I've officially hit that point where I'm not watching this team unless Carmelo Anthony's on the court. That's it. So they quit, which is fine, but I'm quitting too.
Notification for that.
Yo, King of Sorrow.
Like when Melo subs in and out, like I wish they could have an app for that. Like it let you
my guy Kevin.
I don't want to watch the Lakers.
Yo, my guy Kevin, he has this DraftKings shit he was just tweeting me about. He said, I don't even turn the game on now until DraftKings show me Melo is coming in. I said, how does this show you? He said, following on DraftKings live app play-by-play. So I don't know if he has some sort of alert or what's going on, but we need that.
Yeah, I need that alert to hit my phone. Be like, Melo's checking it. Oh, let me put the game on right quick.
Exactly.
Hey, watch it.
I just unmute it, bro. I'll have it up on my TV. Just unmute it when Melo comes in, and then that's it.
Right. I don't give a fuck what the score is. Just let me know when Melo's coming on so I can watch. When he's out, do something else in my life or tune into another game that's worthy enough getting my attention on.
Do something productive.
But yeah, this Lakers game been quit, man. Like you can tell, like when Russell Westbrook been shooting them backboard shots, bro. That should be hitting right off the backboard. You could tell, like you can see in people's body language, like, damn, he's our starting point guard. Like that's our starting point guard. Like, damn, like or where he turns the ball over and looks around, like what happened? Like, bruh, like what are you doing? Like
I love that shit.
His teammates just like they over it, bro. Melo be walking down the court with his head down, like.
Yo, to be honest, Melo's one of the few people who like sticks by him.
Yeah, I know he does.
Like,
we know he does. He's supposed to. That's he's supposed to.
Yeah.
Right. But we know what he really thinking now. We know he is. He's a basketball player.
Of course. One guy, in my opinion, who has not stuck by him is Mr. LeBron James. LeBron has had a few 50-point games over the last. I think the stat is over the last 11 games, the Lakers have lost 9 of them, and the only 2 they have not lost are 2 games where LeBron scored 50. So it seems like that's the formula to success for this Lakers team is LeBron dropping 50 points. Easy shit.
Not the formula.
Yeah. LeBron's been putting up numbers for sure. You look at the box score and you're like, yo, LeBron's doing his part for sure on the box score. Yo, real quick, sorry to interrupt if you're watching on YouTube or listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, but just wanted to let you know that we have merch at Control the Narrative, and it's pretty fire, in my opinion. This is the Pixel Melo t-shirt that I'm rocking. Anything from Cuse Melo to New York Melo, Hoodie Melo. On this shirt, we got Scapegoat merch, we got Black Ball merch, we got just regular Control merch. Shop CTRL the Narrative.com. T-shirts, hoodies, hats, beanies, stickers. Shop CTRL the Narrative.com. I think I got my point across. Go check it out. I bet you'll find something you like. Appreciate the support as well. Obviously, the merch sales help us fund these podcast episodes that we get to record every single week. So appreciate you. And back to the show. This question, I want to know to you, how impressive are LeBron's numbers that he's been putting up?
I want to ask you that first.
You want me to answer? You want me to go first?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Take it, champ.
So this was an example that happened last night. They were down by 10, and LeBron was out there drawing fouls with under 24 seconds left to get to 30 points. He made both free throws and he got to 30 points. There was an instance versus the Portland Trailblazers, I want to say a month or two ago, where the Lakers were down 5 with 2 seconds left or a few seconds left. LeBron comes in and hits a 3 to get him to 30 points or 28, or it was somewhere in that range. And I think that the numbers LeBron are putting up, obviously they've never been done by someone LeBron's age. Give him credit. What he's doing on the box score, points wise, obviously 50 fucking points twice in a week, crazy. Rebounds, assists, all that shit, respect. But at the end of the day, if that shit isn't leading to wins, people call a lot of things empty stats, and it's like, what is empty stats? It's like
empty calories.
Yeah, it's like, yo, if you're putting in the work and you're racking up numbers, like, you're doing your job, right? And for people who don't watch the games and who look at the box score, 100%. But for me, the issue I have is LeBron just seems so content with getting numbers and not caring whether the team wins or loses, because he knows at the end of the day, he's not going to be blamed. He knows that when people go and look and they say, oh, shit, LeBron had 28, 8, and 7 last night. Yo, he had a good game. What's going on? Oh, Russ had 6 turnovers. Oh, Malik Monk went 8 for 22. Oh, this is what happened. Oh, they let up 140 points. But for me, LeBron needs to be that leader and not yell at other people when he doesn't try either. Like, half of the time on defense, he doesn't try. And it's frustrating as hell because it just seems like they get down 20 every first quarter. They get down 25 within the first half. And then LeBron's like, all right, like, let me lock shit down. And now let me try. It's like, bro, if you do that from the first minute, this team would be way better. And I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is. But seeing him not run back on defense, seeing him not go for rebounds, and then yelling at other people for not grabbing those same rebounds, it's like, you have to lead by example. Obviously, he's LeBron James. We all know his career and all that shit. But if he's not going out there and hustling, and I'm not going to say diving for loose balls, but boxing people out, running back on defense, bro, there was a sequence versus the Suns the other night where he didn't even cross half court. He wasn't in the picture for back-to-back plays. So shit like that, I think is inexcusable. There's no excuse for that. And, you could look at the box score the day after and say, oh, shit. Yeah, but, he got 35 points. Why did they lose? Because LeBron doesn't try it 50% of the time on defense. So that's been really frustrating for me. Give him credit for the numbers, yes. But at the end of the day, for people who watch the game and they see LeBron in there trying hard when the game is out of reach, it's frustrating. It's like, yo, do that from day one, from minute one, and maybe the team won't be down by 25 points. And then people are going to say, yeah, but he's 37 years old. Like, how much do you want him to do? Which is fine. Fair, you can say that. But then LeBron can't be yelling at other people for not doing what he's not doing. That's just my gripe with it. So that's my little rap.
Okay, so if LeBron shouldn't be yelling at anybody on the court, then who can on that team? Because Frank ain't
Great
doing
point.
it. Right. So, I mean, somebody has to be the leader. And Russ isn't doing it because he's damn sure not displaying shit. You feel what I'm saying? And, you said LeBron doesn't try on defense. He does when he wants to. I agree with that. He doesn't try on defense all the time. I mean, he's 37 years old now? He's 37 years old. You have to also keep in mind he's played the most minutes in NBA history, meaning he has the most mileage on his body. So he's not spring chicken no more. He can't. Yep. I'm sorry to all the LeBron fans, Laker Nation. LeBron cannot. He's not doing that no more. He's not. He could take his time on different possessions when to play defense, when to really get engaged on that end of the ball. But come on now, you have to give him credit. He's in his 19th season, played the most minutes out of any other NBA player. Like, that's a lot. Sure. So, I mean, and then you have a turnover junkie in Russ that just gives the other team the ball. Like, here you go. Like, take the ball, take the other ball of the team.
He picks though, bro. He picks how he gives them the ball, whether it's a brick off the
that's what I'm
backboard
saying,
or whether
like come on, like when you see somebody that's starting to do that shit on a nightly basis, like honestly, I will kind of stop trying too, because it's like, what's the fucking point for me giving all my effort for somebody else to give up the ball like a hotcake? Like, come on now, like that's not fair.
it's frustrating for sure.
I feel like his number. I feel like LeBron numbers is valid. He's averaging 29 points. I think he's second in scoring. Him and Joel Embiid is going up
They're going
for
back and
scoring
forth,
title
yeah.
this season. He's shooting 52% from the field goal, which is good. You know, he's still attacking, doing what he needs to be doing. He is taking the most threes he ever has in his career. He's shooting 36%. Not bad. It could be worse, you know. Russ, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. You know, his assists could be higher, but I mean, this Laker team's offense is terrible, so people don't make these shots besides Melo for the most part. As you see, like every time LeBron's in the game, he has at least 1 or 2 assists, you know, to Melo per game. I feel like when they are playing together. So
And the 10,000th.
and the 10,000, that was amazing. I mean, it's crazy how life comes back in full circle, right?
That's pretty fire.
Yeah, I mean, like I kind of don't agree with that assessment. You know, with the given he's in 19th season, given that he's played the most minutes. Look at Tom Brady. Now we know that's a whole nother conversation. He's back, but look at Tom Brady in his last few years. The older your superstars get, like those, they need help. Okay,
of course,
they need help. Tom Brady needs protection. Like, he's not young no more. He can't. If he don't have that protection, he's not going to be able to preserve. You know, preservation is key, and that's why that Warriors team was good for so long, because they preserved themselves through the whole regular season, not playing too much minutes and being able to play, you know, and go full out in the playoffs and finals, etc. LeBron, on the other hand, he hasn't been able to preserve himself the days at Cleveland. You know, when Kevin Love and no Kyrie wasn't playing, he was playing all that time, defense and offense. Miami, you know, Wade had injury problems. He was always playing. LeBron has been a pretty durable player throughout his whole career, so you have to give him a pass. I know he's the leader, he's the GOAT, quote unquote. But come on now, nobody's doing this at their point in their career besides LeBron. 30,000 points, 10,000 rebounds, 10,000 assists. Come on, we gotta give the man credit. So, I mean, shit. Like I said, when you have a player like Russell Westbrook on your team, man, it kind of just.
Guess whose idea it was to get Russ?
I understand that, but I guess I don't know if they thought it was going to be this bad. I mean,
of course not.
I think if they would have knew this is going to be this bad, they would never even signed up for this.
Of course.
And honestly, we're talking a whole different conversation from Westbrook even possibly being in the league. But besides if the Knicks got him, but who knows? But yeah, I mean, come on. I mean, I know it was LeBron's fault and AD's fault and Rob Pelinka's fault that Russ is there. But I'm telling you, they didn't think this is going to be this bad. I didn't even think this is going to be this bad.
Of course not, bro. But
so we have to give Kevin Durant a lot of props and credit for playing for Russ with Russ for a whole decade.
Was it 10 years for real?
Yeah, they played. I think it was a decade they played with each other.
Damn. Yeah, they were together.
Might have to fact check that, but I think they were.
They were together for a long time, man. I hear you. Everything you're saying, 100%. He's had, the most minutes ever, like 2,000%. For me, fine, but don't like blame shit on other people and don't like make a scene and be and throw tantrums on the court and just all the shit that he's been doing. It's been really frustrating like that, where if he just tried and like again, if he can't play 38 minutes a night, then don't play him 30 minutes a night. If he could only play 25 and like he's going to put an effort for those 25, that's better, because you're going to have someone on the bench who, of course, they're not going to be as good as LeBron, but you know what they will do? Put in effort. And LeBron is not putting in any, I'm not going to say not putting in any, but he's putting in 50% effort. And it's, I think, a reason that these Lakers teams are going down 20, 30, 35 and shit like that every other game, it seems like.
Like I said, he's getting older, and the older these superstars get, they need help too. You gotta remember that. They need people that can play defense. They need people that can hit open shots. They need that. They need people like Tom Brady to protect their ass. Because if they don't have them or good receivers, they're not going to be effective at doing their job. LeBron can still distribute the ball with the best of them. He's still one of the greatest passers that this game has ever seen. He's still one of the most your greatest scorers, we don't really consider him a scorer, but he can still put up points when he wants to, and he's perfected that jumper a little more. I've been a LeBron basher for a good part of chunk of my life. I'm 28 years old. I've probably been bashing LeBron for a good 15 years, easy. But I have to give him credit. Right now, like it's just unfortunately Melo's there, so it sucks for us, because we may not see them play a lot of basketball in this up and coming playoffs. But hopefully the Lakers will do something with Russ, or not, Melo will leave. But I mean, give LeBron credit.
We'll see what happens, man. Another thing I wanted to touch on is, we talked about these first quarter 48 points to the Suns in the first quarter, 21-2. The Raptors got out to a lead. One thing that's often talked about in our Discord, if you're not in our Discord, go to controlthenarrative.com and get in. It's now free. Is the starting lineup. So, all right, last interruption, because if you're watching or listening to the podcast for this long, you probably fuck with us. And if you fuck with us, you'll probably fuck with all the perks that you get from being a Control the Narrative member, whether that's access to our invite-only Discord where we're talking basketball all the time, or opportunities to join the next episode of Control. So whenever we need a guest, I go in our Discord, I say, yo, who's free? Who wants to hop on the next episode? And I pick from there. You get 20% off merch forever, and then you also get member-exclusive merch, all by being a member. Tiers start at $2 a month. So if you fuck with us, go check out a membership, CTRLthenarrative.com, and I will see you in the Discord. All right, back to the show for good. It just seems like no matter what the Lakers do, the one thing they will not do, they'll try every single thing besides starting Carmelo Anthony. So straight up the question, do you think Carmelo Anthony should start this year? Moving forward, he started 3 games out of 60 so far this season. Do you think the Lakers should plug him in the starting lineup?
I'm torn with this question because on one hand, of course, I want my boy to start. That's our boy. He should start. He's a great basketball player. He can make the game easier for LeBron and that starting unit. But on the other hand, I'm like, man, listen, at this point of the season, is it worth it to? I mean, is it really worth it? Like, that's what we have to ask ourselves. Is it really worth starting Carmelo Anthony right now at this point in the season? They're fighting to be in the playing game right now. Should they just throw in the towel this season? Should they even just rest LeBron for the rest of the season? Of course they're not. They're gonna fight until the very end.
LeBron has a scoring title to win, bro. He's not gonna sit the rest of the season.
Absolutely, he has a scoring title to win now, and he's still chasing, the most scoring in NBA history. So, oh man, should Melo start? Oh man, this is a hard question. I'm gonna go with no. I don't think it should start.
Why?
Only because I feel like this Lakers team ain't shit. I feel like they'll still find a way to fuck it up. He'll still be in situations and moments where he's not going to touch the ball, especially if you have Russell Westbrook starting with him. Now, if they bench Russ and Melo starts, I would be cool with that. I would be cool with that scenario. But Melo starting with Russ.
So strictly Russ is your issue.
Yeah, bro, he's a cancer. He's a cancer for whoever is on the court with him. It doesn't matter. Like I say, he's going to continue to turn over the ball like a hotkey or a hot potato, either or. What's the point? I mean, what are they fighting for? For a playing game and to hope that Anthony Davis can fucking come back from the dead? Like, like this is the mummy returns, huh? This is the mummy returns now.
Yeah.
I don't like this Laker team. I don't fuck with this Laker team. This Laker team ain't shit. The players are selfish from the starting lineup to the people on the bench. Besides Austin Reeves, shout out to Austin Reeves.
He's a killer, man. I love that guy.
He is. I love Austin Reeves, and that's so sad because this is his first year in the NBA, and we give him so much more credit than other people that we should be giving credit to, or other people that we don't even talk about. It's crazy. But no, Melo shouldn't start. At this point in the season, this team ain't shit. I'd rather them just lose every game so they don't have to make the playoffs. So Melo could go somewhere else. and we could be happy Melo fans again.
I hope one day. I really, really hope one day we can all be happy Melo fans again. I think. Anyway, not going to get into it. We'll do that in a month from now when the season ends in the first round. But man, for me, why not? Like, why the fuck not? What would this do negatively? How would this impact the team negatively? It wouldn't. There's no way that it can get worse than it is right now. And when I'm not sitting here saying that, oh, the reason they suck is because Melo's coming off the bench. Nobody's fucking saying that. What I'm saying is that it seems like they've tried every single thing this season, from, Wenyan Gabriel to Dwight Howard to Malik Monk to THT to Austin. I could go down the fucking list. They've started every single player this year. And again, Melo started 3 games, so people can be like, oh, yeah, but he started 3 games. What do they have to lose right now? They've never really committed to it. And with 14 games left, what the fuck do you have to lose? Maybe, just maybe, Melo's shot-making abilities in the first quarter might change things. Maybe giving it to him in the post and slowing the game down a little so the fucking Phoenix Suns don't go out there and score 48 points on their ass in the first quarter. Like, something has to change. And, like, fair enough where it's like, who cares at this point? Like, fair. But we're talking about it now because there is that possibility of AD returning. If he was out for the year, for sure, it would be a wrap, 2,000%. But with that slim hope that I don't want to say I have, but I don't even want to say a lot of people, that some people have, they have to fix some shit quick. And, like, look, man, we're not saying that he's going to go in there and drop 10 points in the first quarter like he used to do back in the Knick days or anything like that. But the style, the pace of the game might change. We know Melo's been pretty good defensively with the swipe blocks and just holding people to low field goal percentage and just a lot of things. Yeah, a lot of things like that where it's like, just fucking try it. You've tried every single other thing, it seems like, this season besides starting Carmelo Anthony. So just fucking start him. He'll obviously space the floor. Give it to him on the post a few times and just see what happens, because what they're doing lately, they haven't won back-to-back games. And we spoke about this before. I don't know if you want to tell the story. If you do, fine. If not, it's cool. But they haven't won back-to-back games since January 7th when they won their 4th game in a row. So nothing they're doing is working. I feel like I keep repeating myself. Try something different.
That's what I'm saying, bro. We've been repeating the same shit all year long. When you're playing basketball you play basketball, just in general, go to a park, you notice how some people basketball IQ is just so low, like, and it just makes you like so disinterested in playing basketball with them. Like, you don't want to do anything. You don't, like, they don't know when to pass it. They don't know when to do nothing. Like, when to, I don't know, be aggressive or try to get theirs. Like, you just don't know. Or certain people don't know how to play a certain role on the team. Everybody want to be that man. Everybody want to be that guy. And I feel like that Lakers team has too much of that personnel. Like, everybody want to be that man.
Yeah.
Everybody want to be that guy. Yeah, it sounds great. You know, give Melo in the post, and we know he can hit shots. But I mean, come on, like, we've seen plays where Malik Monk didn't look at Carmelo, and he wanted to go on three people in the paint for a layup.
THT, call that fucking guy out there. Sure.
THT, he do that same bullshit. He want to go on 1-on-3 on people. So I mean, you had DeAndre Jordan not too long ago throwing quarterback passes and shit. So who the fuck knows who?
The person in the 4th row, bro. He saw him in the 4th row. He was open. He was like, "Yo, I got you on a little souvenir." They took that shit back.
And I love how they did, and it's crazy how, like, they rewarded him with going to Philly. Like, ain't that some bullshit? But
I mean, they just cut his ass.
Different.
They waved his ass.
I know, but still, Philly got him now. Like, he's on
yeah.
a contending team now, like, in a better situation than Lakers are. His ass don't fucking deserve to be there, but that's a different conversation for a different day. Yeah, but like you said, Melo swipe blocks, man. It's a Hall of Fame all the way. Like, he can play that. He does that shit way too often. And I have to ask you a question though.
Yeah.
How was the Lakers when they had AD?
Not great.
Not great, right? So what would make you change your perception that they would be better with Anthony Davis. I think
I
they're gonna
don't.
still play the same brand of basketball.
Yeah.
They're still gonna lose. They lost to teams like OKC, Memphis. They lost to a lot of under 500 teams with AD in the lineup as well. So just like this analogy that Draymond Green, when he comes back for the Warriors, is going to change everything. I don't think he's just going to change everything overnight. He's not. I know he's a great player. He contributes a lot to that team, but you can't just say he's going to change everything because we have to see it to believe it first. And when Anthony Davis, he's been playing like shit all year long. And this is a guy that's on the 75th anniversary fucking team for whatever reason. But yeah, I mean, I'm not convinced that this Lakers team is going to do anything with AD. No AD. I don't know. But Russell Westbrook is on his team.
Let me ask you a follow-up, Sean.
is...
Let me ask you a follow-up because we talked about the Melo thing. So it seems like you have zero hope for this team whatsoever. If you were Frank Vogel,
Zero.
Is that I'm at like 1.6%. If you were Frank
Vogel, it needs to be zero.
Bro, my whole thing again, 1.6, 98.4%.
We needed to be that. We need to be just like how it is on Russell Westbrook's jersey. Okay, 0.
Anyway. There's a world out there where Anthony Davis comes back. The Lakers get in the playoffs, not the play-in, in the playoffs, and they try. And I'm not saying they're going to win the championship anyway. I don't believe this, so I'm just saying there's a slim chance. But my question,
they got a punch a chance. They got a punch a chance.
Very small, very small. But if you were Vogel, is there anything that you try that you would do to somehow, some way salvage the season and just fucking make this team not go down by 30 points?
I mean, like you just said, wait till AD get back. That's probably the best thing to do. Yeah. Yes, I would start Carmelo. But I just don't have no hope for this team. So I don't. Yeah. I feel like if anything, like we got to be careful because they'll be so quick to blame Melo for some bullshit when he starts. If he doesn't have a good shooting game, the haters are going to be like, look at this, or just like the other night.
Oh, it can't get worse than right now.
He missed the game winner in Houston. The haters are saying Melo ain't clutch. You know what I mean? I don't want our man to be penalized anymore. Like, no, I'm over it. I'm over this season. Don't let him start because I don't want to hear the bullshit from the haters. It's over. Like, just let that man just let the season end so he could go to a different team. So he don't have to be a Russell Westbrook anymore, bro. We had enough of this shit back in OKC, and then now fast forwarded, like. But in the perfect world, yes, you wait till Anthony Davis come back, and yes, you probably start Carmelo Anthony to try to do something, but
I know. I'm
not invested in this shit.
I feel you, bro. I feel you. I just, for the sake of this question, is there anything that I would try? I think giving more minutes to the people on the team who try.
Who are the people on the team that tries?
Wenyen Gabriel, not a great basketball player, obviously, but when he goes out there, he tries. That's all you could fucking ask for at this point. When he goes out there, he tries. Avery Bradley isn't what he used to be. He's a shell of what he used to be. For the most part, he tries. He tries. That's all you can ask for.
But I guess
Austin Reeves, a guy who goes out there and he tries. And he's been getting minutes, but I want him to get more minutes over Monk, over THD, over guys like that.
Power that shit up. Power that shit up on them, Lakers Nation. Power that shit up on them.
And another thing, DJ Augustine. He's had smart. A few games where he did his thing. And again, he's not what Russell Westbrook, is looked at. And when people think of the name Russell Westbrook versus DJ Augustine and shit like that, but he's going to go out there and he's going to try. And at this point in the Lakers season, the fact that we're like, yo, just try, it's crazy. It's March 15th. And we're like, yo, we just wish this team would try. It's insane. And obviously, for those guys to get minutes, other people have to lose it. Take minutes away from Russ. Take minutes away from THD. Take minutes away from Monk when he has an off shooting night. And reward people who fucking try. That's the only thing at this point that I
agree. I agree with that. Because you can't – there's one thing you can't do in the NBA is coach people and players that have energy. You need energy. You need people that's going to give out energy. You can't coach that. That's something that you either have or don't. and like those players you mentioned, they all had bring that energy in the game. But like I said, basketball is hard, but this team makes it so much harder. You know, for some reason, they make the game of basketball so hard. Like,
Yeah, they do.
Frank Vogel does some dumbass subbing of people that don't have energy and don't play smart. That's the thing. Like, we need people that's gonna have energy, right, and play smart. Like, not hard, but smart. You gotta use your brain because Russ plays hard all the time. You see the foolery he does. So we
Does
don't
he?
need that. We need.
Does Russell play
I think
hard?
he does. He do. He just don't play smart. He don't. He don't use his fucking brain.
All
And
right,
that's why I take
I'm gonna
DJ
wait to control
Augustine.
this narrative after.
That's why I think taking DJ Augustine, you know, putting him in the starting lineup over Russ makes a lot more sense. You got a player that's not going to turn the ball over as much. He can shoot respectfully. You know what I mean? People ain't going to just leave him wide open like Russ does. They leave Russ like they be at the free throw guarding Russ. That's a fucking shame. And then look, when Russ penetrates to the free throw line, right, they back up even more. So like they dare him to shoot the mid range. All they gotta do is like punch at him, and he's gonna shoot it and fucking brick it like he does all the fucking time. So yeah, I agree. We do need players that's gonna play with energy, but we need people that's gonna play smart.
Yeah,
Smart players. Vogel, play them smart players, man. Come on, stop.
great point.
Get upside your ass now.
Great point, bro. Sean, first of all, I appreciate you for coming on last minute like this and hopping on. You know, it seems like you're the co-host of Control these days, coming on every few weeks. I love it. But before I let you go, and I have a narrative to control too, so I'll go after you. But I will give you the floor to control a narrative. It doesn't have to be basketball related. It doesn't have to be Melo related. It doesn't have to be sports related. So if you have one, I'll give you the floor.
So guys, my controller narrative would be if you ever bet on a team, right, and they're just as terrible as Lakers are, don't bet on them. Because I made a terrible bet with one of my friends that the Lakers were going a 2-game win streak. And my bet would be I can't cut my hair off. I can't get no shape up. Well, I was not going to cut my hair off, but I can't get braids and I can't get a shape up to keep myself looking nice. You know what I mean? So they haven't been on a 2-game win streak. And look at this shit. Look at this shit. Crazy. Crazy. So don't fucking bet on the Lakers. Don't. Oh, or don't bet on anything that's just like fucked up because I made this bet prior after the All-Star break that the Lakers were going a 2-game win streak. And man, it's like pulling teeth to try to get the motherfuckers to do that. So yeah, man, make smart bets in the future, y'all. Please, you know, learn from me. But yeah, that's my
you might have to
narrative
edit
for
that.
tonight.
You might have to edit that bet to win a 1-game winning streak. To get on a 1-game winning streak at this point. That's the fucking point we're at in the season. It's just wild shit.
Man, that's fucking terrible. But what's your control narrative though, Steve?
All right. My narrative that I want to control is that Russell Westbrook does not play hard. People talk about this all the time. Like, yeah, you know, he plays hard, but not smart. He doesn't play hard. He's not a good defender. He doesn't try on defense. And then on offense, what does he do? On offense, he goes and he turns the ball over. If people's definition of playing hard is running a fast break and then either missing a layup or getting fouled and going 1 for 2 from the free throw line or turning the ball over in crucial moments on the fast break, I don't want people on my team who play hard then because I just feel like there's this whole narrative around Westbrook where he plays hard but not smart. Again, defensively, the energy isn't there that everybody talks about. Offensively, what energy does he bring? Like, sure, he might cut to the rim and shit like that. Is that playing hard? Like, otherwise, he just stands in the corner and there's a guy 15 feet away from him being like, yo, you want to shoot that shit? You got it. And then he tries to go in mid-range and then he throws that shit off the side of the backboard. And then he tries to drive and he gets fouled and he goes 1 for 2. Or he tries to drive and he misses a layup. And, like, I'm over-exaggerating, obviously, but I just think that whole narrative of, well, you know, Russ plays hard. If you watch the games, a lot of the times he doesn't. So that's the narrative that I want to control.
I just want to say one more thing, just to add on, piggyback off that a little bit. The problem I have with Russell Westbrook, my honest problem I have with him is his discernment. Discernment means like the ability to judge a situation, right? And my dad's always telling me the point guard is the hardest position to play in basketball because you gotta know when to get your teammates involved, and you gotta know when you should be aggressive and get yours as well.
Yep.
That's the point guard's job, to get the teammates involved, set up the offense, and to get yourself involved as well. But when to know when to do it. And Russ, in my opinion, he's been in the league for a long fucking time. I don't know how many years now, but he's been in the league for a while now. And his ability to not being able to have that discernment, when to know when to pass, kick it out, when to be aggressive, look for a shot. Like, how don't you know at this point of your career,
Yeah.
like, when to do that? You know, he keeps saying, keep alluding to, like, my role has changed every game. No, your role has not fucking changed every game. Not at all. Your role's been the same thing, to play a good brand of basketball. That's all your teammates want. Your teammates know you're not gonna be no 40% 3-point shooter. Your teammates know like you're not a shooter. Your teammates know like you turn the ball over. Your teammates know that you're still kind of sort of athletic a little bit. That's a debate. I feel like his athleticism is leaving his body as we speak.
Yeah.
He has no legs no more, as you see. He can barely finish. But all in all, these teammates of his knew this going in. But my problem is, like, he just don't know when to do nothing. Like, he's terrible with the basketball. Skip Bayless always says he has like the worst hands in basketball, being able to control the ball and even ball handling. Like, he don't have none of that. Like, where's
He's
his
not a
skill?
vet. He
Where's,
doesn't feel like a vet.
No, it feels like this is like a third-year player or first-year player in the league. Like, this is what people in those times do, you know, early in your season, turn the ball over at a high rate, not being able to know when to get their teammates involved or when to score. Like you still fuddling your own mind. Like, you don't know what I'm gonna do. Should I shoot it or pass it? Like, what are you doing? Like, you don't be knowing what the hell you doing when you go to the layup and be trying to kick it out to who knows who. Like, oh man, that's my problem I have with him though. His discernment, being able to discern things and to know when to do shit, is just all over the place, and it's fucked up, man. It's so fucked up, man. Listen, when you have a basketball player like that on your team, man, you're not gonna have much hope. You're not. It's gonna take all the life out of everybody else, because the coaching staff is still gonna give him minutes. He's still gonna be very much in the offense, in the defense, whatever the hell he's out on the floor, and it's just a big ass negative, man. You know, so we have to give Kevin Durant so much props that he dealt with this for a long fucking time in his career, and it drove him to the point where he went to the team that beat him. So I wonder where it's going to drive Melo.
Yeah, we'll see, bro. We'll get into that, I'm sure, in a podcast in a month or two from now. But my guy, for real, appreciate you for hopping on here last minute and calling out of work for the shit. I appreciate it, man. Have a great night, and we'll see you on another episode soon, bro.
Appreciate you, man. Enjoy it, champ.
Stay mellow, baby.